Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to another Wild Rift video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at, in my opinion, one of the strongest and also easiest to play Baron laners in the entire game right now. And obviously I'm talking about the big man of Demacia, Garen. Garen is insanely strong at the moment, and he is really easy to play as well. So if you want to play Baron lane, or even if you get filled in Baron lane in your ranked matches for the new season 6, then make sure you pick up Garen and you give him a try. I had an insane gameplay on him yesterday on the stream, which you'll see at the end of this video. I think I went 12, 1 and 18 in total. Absolutely insane. But before then, I'm going to quickly run through the build and the best Garen build for you all to run. And the first item is no surprise really. It's going to be Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker is still really strong on melee champions. The ranged form did get nerfed in patch 3.3. So champions like, Corki, Lucian, Jace, for example, they're not as strong now. But Garen is still one champion that still works really well with Hullbreaker. If you don't know what Hullbreaker does, obviously it gives you a little bit of maximum health and attack damage, but the main part of it is because of the boarding party passive. While no allied champions are nearby, which most of the time this will happen because you're in a solo lane, you gain armor and magic resist, and you deal 20% additional damage to structures. And also nearby minions also gain armor and magic resist, and they also deal increased damage to structures. So this is really good when you're in a solo lane. You're always going to be in a 1 versus 1 situation unless you get, a gank from your jungler or something like that. Even then, you still get a bit of an advantage because you're a 1 versus 2 situation. But get extra armor and magic resist is so nice for the laning phase. Really nice. And most of the time you can build Hullbreaker before that first objective spawns as well, so you can even go on split push duty, try and get the first tower of the game. Now towers are really easy to take right now because of the tower platings changes of the towers. So it's really easy to get a lot of extra gold from the tower platings. And obviously this works really well with Demolish, the rune that you can see as well. But I'll explain that a little bit later on. But yeah, Hullbreaker, really strong. Maximum health, attack damage are great stats for Garen as well. Now also works well with the next item, Black Cleaver. Again, more maximum health, more attack damage, and a little bit of ability haste. You have the Sunderer passive, which deals physical damage to champions, reduce their armor by 5% for a few seconds, and it stacks up to 5 times. It's quite good because Garen does deal a lot of physical damage with his auto attacks and also all of his other abilities. And you don't really want to be building any armor penetration on Garen because that's really more of a AD carry, sort of squishy build that you can maybe go for, but I wouldn't really recommend it because it doesn't give you a lot of tanky stacks. Garen is still a tank, he's still a bruiser, he still wants to be at the front line and tank a lot of damage. So Black Cleaver is really good to reduce the enemy armor. And you also have the rage passive as well. Garen works really well with movement speed, because the only problem with Garen is that he doesn't have really any mobility, so he can be kited very easily. So any items or anything that can really give him that extra movement speed so he can keep running towards enemy champions helps him out a lot. And obviously this is when you deal physical damage as well, so it'll work with your third ability, your first ability, and everything as well. For the boots, kind of flexible depending on what you want. You can go for plated steel caps if you want to. You can also go for mercury treads if you're against a lot of AP damage and a lot of crowd control. And then most of the time I like to go for redemption. Now the reason why I go redemption is because when you're split pushing with Hullbreaker, redemption can heal the minions, so this can work really well. It's also really good in 1 versus 1 situations because it deals true damage to enemy champions and also heals you at the same time. So it kind of helps you, and also, well, helps you by defending you with extra healing, but also by dealing extra damage. So it works both ways, which is really nice. And most of the time during team fights, your team doesn't really have redemption because it's mainly like an engaged support that maybe goes for like Protobelt. So redemption can be really good. If your team already has redemption, probably best to maybe go for something. See, I would normally recommend Gargoyle Stoneplate, but the problem is that you do get the reduced damage, which with Garen you still want to deal a lot of damage, especially when you're spinning and when you're using your ultimate. So maybe you can go for something like Glory Enchant, can be really good. Maybe Locket as well for a little bit of extra shielding during team fights. There are a few options there that you can go for. Steris Gauge, maximum health as well. You already have a lot of maximum health in this build already with Hullbreaker, Black Cleaver, and Steris Gauge is also going to give you a lot of maximum health. You also get a plus 50% base attack damage, and then Lifeline passive damage that puts you below 35% health grants a shield equal to 75% of your bonus HP, as I mentioned. HP, 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 and also last 2 items also give HP and HP. So every single item in this build gives you HP. So this extra lifeline passive shield that you're going to get when you drop low on HP is going to be a huge shield that's going to help you out a lot. And then for the last 2 items, they're very, very flexible depending on what you go for. I went for, in this gameplay, I went for like Thormail, Death Stance, because we was against a lot of AD damage. But you can go for like, you know, Dead Man's Plate and Force of Nature, which in my opinion are 2 like base items I would go for, and pretty much standard items. But again, you can be pretty flexible depending on what items or what enemies you are against. But yeah, Dead Man's Plate and Force of Nature give you a lot of movement speed because of the Storm passive, but also because of their actual passive as well. So Force of Nature, taking ability damage, grants you movement speed and magic resist, and then Dead Man's Plate gives you momentum stacks, which gives you a lot of movement speed when you're running towards enemies, and also deals a little bit of extra magic damage when you hit a champion. So that's pretty much the build. Like I said, the 3 core items that you really want is Hullbreaker, Black Cleaver, and Sterix Gauge. After that, you can kind of be flexible with what you want. For the runes, Grassy Undying got a really nice buff this patch for Garen and for pretty much any melee champion. Obviously got the reduced ranged effectiveness, so now it's up to 60% instead of 40%, but now Grasp now scales with extra bonus attack damage. Again, Hullbreaker attack damage, Black Cleaver attack damage, so you have a little bit of attack damage. So Grassy Undying is going to scale even better because you're going to be building bonus AD. But yeah, every 3 seconds in combat, your next attack on the champion will be enhanced. It also heals you, gives you permanent health, so it's really, really nice, and also it does quite a lot of damage. You then have Triumph. Triumph works really well with Garen's ultimate. Garen's ultimate already does a lot of damage as is, but most of the time with your ultimate, you want to wait until your the enemies are low on health, and with Triumph you deal more damage to enemies that have, you know, more missing health. So if you work that out, using Garen ultimate when they're low on health, which means it will deal more damage with Triumph, and also you got that little bit of extra healing in there as well. So every single time you kill someone with your ultimate, you're going to be getting healing on top of that with Triumph. So I think it works really well. You then have Adaptive Carapace. This can honestly be changed to quite a lot of things. Nullifying Orb is okay, but again, you have 2 items that, you know, give you attack damage, so it's not going to scale too well into late game. Bow Plating is also a good option if you're against a lot of combo damage. Hunter Titan if you're against a lot of crowd control, but Carapace is also pretty good. Again, I ran Carapace in this gameplay because most of the damage that I was against was a lot of AD burst damage, so I wanted to get that little bit of extra armor when I drop low on health. And then for last rune is Demolish. Now Demolish is really, really strong right now, not only with Hullbreaker, but because of the extra tower platings that are in the game. Every single time you proc Demolish, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a tower plating every single time. So 350 gold if you're by yourself, or even if you're with a teammate near you, 75 gold. And again, towers are really, really easy to take now in the early game. Sometimes you can even take towers before the first objectives, get a lot of extra income gold as well, because you've got 5 tower platings, 150 gold a time, and then you also have the gold when you take down the first tower of the game. So a lot of global gold, a lot of local gold for yourself as well, and you'll see in this gameplay that you can use that gold to great effectiveness. And then for the summoner spells, we have Flash and Ignite. You don't really need Barrier for Garen because Garen's really tanky. Ignite's really useful to just help you with a little bit of extra damage that you can get to try and solo kill the enemy barrel later. But that's pretty much it for the build. Again, this gameplay is pretty insane. My start of season has gone really, really well. I think I'm 10 wins, 2 losses. I'm 1 win away already from Diamond 3. So we're going to try and get up to Master as soon as possible. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Peace. Probably go Hullbreaker first item this game. This is probably the build that I'm going to go. I don't know if Gargoyle Stone Plate's the play though, to be honest. I think it's just Redemption. Redemption's the play for sure. What's the counter for Seraphine? Any hard engage. So like Camille is really, really good. Anything that can get onto the back line really easily and hard engage. Alistar, really good. Galio's pretty good as well because he can follow up. Anything like that is really good. Yeah, Trinity Force and Blade of Ring King is a must. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Come forth. You will find honor. Yes. What we do is right. Scoundrels will pay. Keep faith in yourself.
Last tick of ignite. Please, man. Fuck. I thought last tick of ignite might have gotten him. I have to push this lane, yeah.
Fear is the first of many foes.
Maybe if I flashed behind him and auto attack him, then I would have been fine. If I flash behind him and auto attack him once, then he's dead. I don't know. A little bit unlucky. I was just trying to flash away from the tree damage. I just realized I've trimmed him in jungle as well. Oh boy. What's his level? Hey, he's got about the same level as me. It's fine. And lane's pushing towards me, which is really good.
Vanguard. Demacia marches as one.
And kill him.
Top turret is under attack.
That's nice. Don't know where jungler is. Jungler's top lane. I can maybe get a few platings here. Oh, maybe not actually. It's a cannon wave.
We fight for those who cannot.
Why is the whole of my team inting now?
Stand ready.
Enemy slain.
You said that we would always be. Like you gave me without you.
Is under attack.
Fear is the first of many foes.
Top turret is under attack. Top turret is under attack.
Be bold. Be just. I will fight as long as I stand.
Enemy team has slain the dragon. First turret destroyed.
I bring justice. Stand ready.
The enemy team has slain the Rift Herald.
Fear not. I'm coming. his right. Be right back. The cursed villains.
Huge dub.
Protect our land.
Ah! Fucking hell, man.
Turret lost.
Keep taking
Ally slain.
Okay, they're kind of trolling.
Killing spree.
They're kind of trolling.
We fight for those who cannot.
You have slain an enemy. Shut
Fear
down.
is the first of many foes.
Shut down.
We are the vanguard.
Bottom turret is under attack.
This world needs hope.
Turret lost.
We fight for those who cannot.
The fuck?
Fear not. I'm coming.
Under attack. Ally.
I will lead the charge. Be bold.
Your team has
Be
slain the
just.
dragon.
The cursed villains. It marches as one. I will lead the charge.
How broken is this fucking champ, by the way?
Enemy team has destroyed
Oh.
Rift Herald.
How broken is this champ?
The strength of Demacia.
Why are they still fighting, man?
Ally slain.
Mine. Bind, and lock up. Oh, we're doing good, chat. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Battle the infamy. Protect our land.
You are unstoppable. Enemy slain. Shut down.
What the fuck was that vein flash?
Forge onward.
Please, man, this is free fucking Baron.
The scoundrel will pay. This world needs hope.
Ally slain.
Demacia marches as one.
Slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy turret. Shut down.
Fear not. I'm coming.
Inhibitor turret is under attack.
Get fucked.
Fear is the first of many. I stand ready.
This guy's a fucking inter. The fucks. Why is my fucking jungler in tin?
In the king's name.
Holy shit, my Trendemir is not using his fucking brain. This guy's just running at mid lane the whole game.
We fight for those who cannot.
Why is my team so bad? Stop hinting! Holy shit, man!
What we do is right.
Top turret is under attack. Turret lost.
I bring justice. Keep faith in yourself.
Like, what is this guy doing? This guy's gonna piss me off, I swear to God.
We fight for those who cannot.
Holy shit, it wasn't that hard, was it? Holy moly.
This world needs hope.
Right. Fucking team's brain dead, man. Whatever.
Enemy slain.
Fear is the first of many foes. We are the vanguard.
Enemy slain. Enemy slain. Double kill.
Thank God we actually won.
Enemy turret destroyed. Bottom turret.
Oh my fucking God. Why was this game 20 times more difficult than what it needed to be? I completely destroyed the Baron laner and my bot lane completely inted, but somehow we still won the game. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how we won this game. I don't even know why I'm liking all my teammates. I did 37,000 damage as a Garen. What more can I do? 12, 1, and 18. Holy moly, man. This game just gave me everything. This Tryndamere was special as anything. The bot lane completely inted. I didn't want to know what ranks these guys are. Emerald 3, that just makes me sad already. Holy moly. Anyways, it worked anyway. GG's. It worked.